we've been so focused on D-Day today, and some of the aircraft that will be coming in for the Jimmy Stewart Air Show this weekend are of that era, of the World War II era. But there are many, many things happening this weekend at the Jimmy Stewart Air Show. Nathaniel Arthurs is with us this morning, and we are joined on the telephone this morning by Paul Dougherty, who is going to be one of those pilots coming in. Nathaniel, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Todd. Thank you for having me on today, and thanks for having Paul on here. I'd like to thank the Indiana County Center for Economic Operations and Affiliates and our silver sponsors, which would be Emeritus Financial Services, Purvis Brothers, Rischini Group, and we also have some bronze sponsors, a lot of them like Shadco Excavating, First Commonwealth Bank, Indiana First Bank. There's many other, we have sponsors that are on our website, too many to list, but to make this happen, we need an army of people, and we are so thankful. And also our ticket locations where you could buy tickets at are 700 Shop, Luxembourg's downtown, the airport, Indiana Tourist Bureau, and Indiana Giant Eagle, and they have limited supplies, so you want to get those tickets while they last. You can also buy them online. So we were so excited. We actually captured the Red Baron. He was here yesterday. And
you heard about that.
We had him walking the streets, so it was quite interesting, and we were lighting up the internet with that as well. He was here in person, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
mixed.
Absolutely. I understand that there's a possibility he might escape and be able to do some dog fighting over the weekend.
Havoc, yes. There will be a dog fight. We don't know who's going to win. We'll see. I'm sure he'll.
Let's say hi to Paul. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How are you today?
Good morning, Paul. How are you?
Good morning, Nathaniel. I'm just wonderful.
Oh, that's really good.
What part of the world are you in right now?
I'm at home. I'm in Bethel, Pennsylvania, over the other side of Harrisburg from you guys.
Mm-hmm. And you have we're talking about big days. You have a really big day today, don't you?
I do have a big day, not in aviation, but yeah, both of my kids are graduating, one from the sixth grade elementary, but the other one is the valedictorian from our high school. So we're all excited for a big speech tonight. And I understand aviation themed. So
well, of course, from what I understand of your daughter, that makes perfect sense.
Right.
And your daughter's an amazing person. We got to meet her last year, and Paul is a friend of ours at the airport, and we're glad to have you back, Paul. Just tell a little story about your daughter, how she, one of the things, not to take the limelight off you, but I'm so impressed by her as well. But if you could just plug her in a little bit before you get into your own.
It's easy to plug my children long before me.
Yeah.
But, my daughter, Caroline, who's now just turned 18 years old, has been an aviation fanatic since a young age. It's a pretty simple reason why. We live on an airport and operate a small flying museum. So she's been around airplanes her entire life. But she started learning to fly when she was 15, and on her 16th birthday, I gave her a choice of a bunch of airplanes she could solo in, and she chose the 1917 Curtiss Jenny.
Ooh, I just got chills.
a World War I pilot trainer.
Wow.
And, so on her 16th birthday, before she could drive a car, she flew the Curtiss Jenny by herself. So her first solo. And became the first person to ever first solo a 100-year-old airplane.
Is she going to be with you this weekend?
Yes, she is. She's my announcer.
Oh, yeah?
We're a whole family crew. Both of my girls will be there, taking care of the airplane, crew chiefing, and making sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. I always say I just fly the airplane. They do all the work. But Caroline will be on the microphone while I'm flying.
Oh, that's terrific. So explain the plane that you'll be in. What are you flying, and what do you do when you're up there in the sky?
Well, unlike the Jenny from 1917, this airplane's a little bit higher technology. It's a 1990 Kristen Eagle. So it's a little two-seat, very small airplane, less than a 20-foot wingspan biplane. So it has two wings, painted in some amazing colors. That's the best part about the airplane. That's the way it looks. But 230 horsepower, and I'll be out pushing the airplane to its max performance. My favorite maneuvers are vertical maneuvers. I like going straight up or straight down. So, you'll get to see some of my favorites. My personal favorite is the torque roll, which is just a vertical line going straight to heaven and roll until the airplane stops rolling going up and it starts rolling going backwards on the way down.
Yeah, so, that is such a cool thing.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Take me back to the very first time you tried that.
And it was pretty much it. That's all I did was go out and tried it. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, maybe try is not the best word.
Yeah, the first couple weren't that good. No, absolutely. No, it's just I'm not formally aerobatic trained. I'm actually self-taught. I should say this. Don't do that at home. It's always best to get instruction. But I was a very experienced pilot by the time I got into maneuvers like this.
Yeah.
And it was one of those. I read the book and went out there and tried it.
What's really neat about Paul, he's also an commercial airline pilot, so you're in safe hands when you fly with him. Just so you know.
There you go.
Right.
They
don't let me turn the Boeing upside down, but the urge is there once in a while.
The urge. I love that line. The urge is there once in a while. That would be a thrill ride.
That's for those when the passengers start acting up. You say, "Hey, I'm going to turn this upside down if you don't straighten up." Yeah.
That's right.
Now, one of the things you accomplished this past year that we talked to you about, Paul, you now have what they call a surface waiver, and I'm not sure if our listeners really understand what that means. So I don't know if you could bring us in on that as well.
Oh well, the surface level waiver. A waiver is an exception to the rules. Is what a waiver's definition is in the flying world. So typically aerobatics, anytime you do aerobatics out on your own, you have to be at least 1,500 feet. In the air show world, we start working down because if we're that high all the time, you're not going to really enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first become an aerobatic performer, you have to start, you're restricted to a level 4, they call it, which is 800 feet. The next level down would be 500 feet, and the next level beyond that would be 250 feet. So that's the lowest you're allowed to fly any maneuver, except your takeoff or landing.
So that means if we had Todd here and maybe somebody else from the radio station wanted to hold a ribbon across the runway, you could give them a haircut and take the ribbon?
I could. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm allowed to do that now. And,
I'm going to recommend you don't do that, though.
So, yes, this is exciting for me. This is my first year flying as a surface level performer. I've been flying air shows for about 20 years, but most of my flying was in an antique aircraft, was in a 1930 biplane. And so I recently moved into this airplane 3 years ago. It was my first season. And, of course, flew the Jimmy Stewart Air Show in it last year and loved the show, loved the new airplane. And so we're looking forward to a great weekend.
I like the fact that it's really a family thing for you and for the people of your family, that you have made this into really a family venture, haven't you?
Right, and we are. Yeah, but we really kind of should call ourselves the Dougherty Family Air Shows instead of Dougherty Air Shows. But yeah, it's all about the family for us.
That's terrific. Terrific.
Yeah, it's
so
really, really neat because you come on out there, you get to meet and talk to these performers up front and personal. And his daughter's amazing girl. So, and she's just graduating high school. We're really proud of her. So.
Yeah, they're both amazing. As a matter of fact, the crowd loves them so much they usually sign more autographs than I do.
Now, so with your daughter, is she off to college and Daddy's going to be missing her, or are you? Is she going to be a commuter student and fly to college every day? What's the deal?
No, it's a big thing for her. Dad and all of us are going to be missing her a lot. She's heading off to Florida, to Daytona Beach, to the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. So it's a school geared just towards aviation.
Uh-huh.
And she will be majoring in aerospace engineering in the honors program. And then while she's there, she's going to be completing all her flying ratings. She's already a licensed private pilot, and she's already got 200 hours. And she's working on her instrument rating now, which is the next step towards all the commercial ratings.
Paul,
so hopefully once she's finished, she'll have an engineering degree and also able to be an airline pilot if she wishes.
You have nothing to be proud of with that girl, do you?
No, I don't. I'm not a proud father at all. No.
So you're going to be flying into Indiana. When will you arrive?
We're going to arrive first thing tomorrow morning, so Friday morning. We have the graduation ceremony this evening, and it'll be too late to get out there after that. We can't fly at night. We don't have any lights on the airplane. So we're planning on leaving bright and early tomorrow morning.
But how do you travel as a family? One flying and everybody else driving, or how do you do it?
Well, we have multiple airplanes. This time, I think what we're going to do is Caroline and I will fly out in the Kristen Eagle in the show plane. And my wife and my other daughter are unfortunately going to have to drive, I think, this time.
Uh-huh.
So they preferred to do. My wife would prefer to do that than fly the other airplane out, which would have been flown by Caroline.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to do for this show.
Just sounds like, I love that it's a family venture and that you're able to be together all this time, and it just must be a thrill for you. It's going to be a thrill having you, Nathaniel. It's going to be great having them here.
Oh, absolutely. We're excited to have them. And Paul, when you come in, is there a way that you can come in around the town and just kind of wave your wings to let everybody know that you're here?
We'll certainly try. Look for the little black speck in the sky, and hopefully I'll have a little smoke on board. We can make some smoke in the sky.
Yeah, like we had the other night, there was a T-6 that was flying in the air, and back in the 80s, it was real popular. It was called Hands Across America. We were trying to do Smiles Across Indiana, but it kind of looked like a Picasso up in the sky because of the wind. It was really a lot of fun, though, but we're excited. It was a T-6 up here doing that the other night, just waking the town up a little bit. And if you would like to do that, we'd welcome that, actually. It'd be kind of neat to see if you want to do a little skywriting, like I love Indiana, or
or come see me at the air show.
Todd Marina's number one. That's what we're thinking.
Right. Yeah, that torque roll's easy. Let's see how we do with this one.
Yeah. Well, if you just write "come see me at the air show," that'll be great. Otherwise, we will just plan to come see you at the air show. Paul, thanks for being with us this morning.
All right, thank you for having me. Be sure, folks, stop by the airplane. We'd love to talk with everyone this weekend. And
Great.
This is an amazing show, an amazing group of volunteers and people to put this on. So thanks for having me. We're excited.
Yeah, we're excited too. Thanks, Paul.
Beautiful.
All right,
Beautiful.
thank you.
Thanks, Paul. We'll see you this weekend, as a matter of fact. Nathaniel?
Yes, if you can get your tickets, buy them now at 700 Shop, Luxembourg's downtown, Indiana Giant Eagle, Indiana Tourist Bureau, the airport, and Jimmy Stewart Airport.com online. Buy them, and while supplies last. We're getting low on some paper tickets right now, so you're going to be forced to buy them online. So grab them quick.
Very good. Very good. Thank you for being with us here this morning and
all
through this series of interviews. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, thank you. It
is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.